us to show you the 10 best PS5 games at launch. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 10. Demon's Souls. It's hard to imagine the world of video games without Dark Souls in it. It was a gaming franchise that proved to gamers from all over the world that having brutal difficulty and overcoming it was one of the greatest accomplishments you could ever achieve. It started a legion of spin-offs and parodies that continue to this day. But what many people forget is that Dark Souls honestly didn't start this adventure into mind-numbing difficulty. That would be its precursor, Demon's Souls. And in fact, it was indeed the team behind Dark Souls from Software who made this game a whole 2 years before the original Dark Souls came out. It reached cult classic status, which led them to funneling their efforts into its spiritual successor. But now, the original is back and will be a launch title for PS5 and allow players to see what they missed out on the first time around. Number 9. Assassin's Creed VALHALLA. Admittedly, this is a multi-platform title, but if you want to play the best version of it, you're very likely going to need to get it on the PS5. Ironically, there was a time where Assassin's Creed VALHALLA wouldn't have been anticipated. Mainly because while the now legendary franchise started out great, it soon became so convoluted and pointless that things just didn't go the way fans wanted it to. But with Origins and then Odyssey, things turned around quickly, as Ubisoft went and remade what made the Creed games so much fun, and expanded upon them with more choice, more expansion in terms of where you can go, and more. Assassin's Creed VALHALLA is finally letting players be a Viking as they traverse Europe and apparently go to multiple countries in your latest quest. Fans are very much eager to see all they can do and where the story takes them. And with the PS5 graphics at its back, there's no doubt the game is going to be the absolute best looking version of the title. Number 8. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. Sticking with games that came out on other platforms but will be much better on the PS5, we give you Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. The Devil May Cry franchise was known for its very over-the-top elements and characters, and was unapologetic in just how crazy it would get. But in the 4th entry and remake entry, the fans, well, let's just say they weren't pleased and leave it at that, okay? So Capcom decided that they needed to go back to what made the franchise work and expand upon that. DMC5 was the result, and the results were truly magnificent. Not only was the gameplay as crisp and fun as ever, being able to choose which character you got to play as was really fun, including being Dante again in all his glory. The special edition of DMC5 will bring both graphical updates and DLC to bear for fans who haven't played it before, or for those who just want to play it on a better console. So get ready to pull out the devil trigger, it's time to rock. Number 7. NBA 2K21. Okay, yes, NBA 2K21 is already out on current gen systems right now, but admit it, you want to see how it'll look and play on the PS5. And who can blame you? The system is aiming to be the best in cutting-edge graphics, and that can only mean that the PS5 version of NBA 2K21 is going to be the best around, though we're sure Xbox fans would dispute that. Also, there's another reason you should get this title when it comes out. The NBA season is now over, and there's serious doubts as to when it'll start back up again given the still pandemic-stricken United States and the world we live in. So getting this game on the best graphical setting and playing it will probably be as close as you can get to the NBA for a while, until it starts back up. The only catch here is that it's $10 more on the PS5 than other systems. So do be aware of that, okay? Number 6. BUGSNAX. At this point, some of you might be saying, well, these games are nice, but what about games my kids can play? Don't worry, there are options for them as well via BUGSNAX. In BUGSNAX, you play an investigative reporter who travels to a mysterious island that, a source tells you, is inhabited by half-bug, half-snack creatures. When you get there, you find that your source has gone missing. This colorful adventure game is from the same developers who brought you Octodad, Dadliest Catch, which means it's likely to be quirky, funny, and just a touch strange. But in all honesty, that's totally fine. Why not have a colorful and quirky adventure to distract your kids and let them have fun for a while? They deserve it, don't you think? Number 5. ASTRO'S Playroom. Here's a fun twist for you. ASTRO'S Playroom is a cutesy platformer that comes loaded onto every PS5 console. It's essentially a tech demo that'll show you what the PlayStation 5 hardware, both the console itself as well as the DualSense controller, is capable of. But tech demo may be underselling it, as its predecessor, Astrobot Rescue Mission, is highly regarded. Granted, we're sure not all of you are going to want to play this game because you'd rather be playing true games versus tech demos, but if you get bored and just want to have some fun, don't discount ASTRO'S Playroom. Number 4. The Pathless. If you're going to want to play a game that is both visually stunning and yet has depth of gameplay, we would like to introduce you to The Pathless. This is a title by the creators of Abzu, a fan-favorite game that many PS4 owners tried out and very much loved. In this game, you'll play as a mysterious archer trying to make their way through a forest, and you might be surprised where your journey takes you. Number 3. Destruction All-Stars. Look, everyone needs to let off some steam every once in a while, and when it comes to battle-focused racing games, they're the perfect way to let your inner rage go. Destruction All-Stars is a title that'll let you do just that. It comes from Lucid Games, and you'll get to battle alongside friends and online players, as you try to crash and just generally destroy your enemies as you try and get victory to the enjoyment of the crowd of millions watching you. Hey, sometimes simple titles are the best way to go. Number 2. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Yes, this launches one day after the PS5 launch, but come on, it's close enough. Anyway, Call of Duty has been working towards getting players back to its core style of deep gameplay and fun storylines. And Cold War takes you back to one of the most tense parts of human history as you try and save the world while also making sure a certain other superpower doesn't destroy it first. This game is going to look great on the PS5, and the classic multiplayer will keep you occupied for some time. Number 1. Spider-Man Miles Morales. There are certain games that come out onto consoles and handhelds and PCs that truly just change the world when they arrive. For the modern superhero game, that started with Arkham Asylum, then grew through Arkham City and Arkham Knight. But Sony wanted to have their own epic superhero tale, and so they put Insomniac Games on it by making Spider-Man for the PS4. The results were more incredible than any gamer could have imagined, and we're not exaggerating that. From the in-depth story to the flawless game mechanics in regards to how you control Spider-Man, and more, it was perfect from start to finish, even including the DLC. And now, the story is going to continue via Spider-Man Miles Morales, who will be going on his own special adventure to try and prove himself as a worthy hero to the Spider-Man mantle. You don't have to know Miles' backstory to play this game, or even need to play the original PS4 title, though we highly recommend it. But if you do get this title, you're going to have a high-flying time with one of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Men. So what do you think? What do you think of these PS5 games that are coming out at launch? Which of them are you personally chomping at the bite to get? Which ones do you think will make the PS5 an instant hit at launch? Or are you going to wait a little while before getting it so that other key games will come out when you do? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.